understand the basic equations to calculate a gross domestic product. As a summary, we have three approaches: production, expenditure, and income approach. Production approach includes two methods: final goods and services, and the second method is called the sum up of all value added. Nominal GDP and real GDP. What's the meaning in Arabic of nominal GDP? الناتج المحلي الإجمالي الاسمي. real GDP الناتج المحلي الإجمالي الحقيقي. So let's see what's the difference between them. So I will go to علي حسن. علي حسن السلام عليكم.
دكتور ما مليت من علي حسن؟
ما مليت. Okay. What's your name?
عمر.
نعم دكتور.
عمر. Okay, let's go to عمر. عمر, read this for me.
اوكي. بس انت تساعدني دكتور ها؟
اساعدك.
اوكي.
اساعدك شلون يعني اساعد لعد منو؟ قابل اساعد علي حسن؟ انت ربيعي يا رجال.
هاي اوكي
يلا go ahead.
يلا. Current dollar, the current price that one pays for goods and services.
اساعدك لعد شو ما شاء الله شاطر.
لا في كلمات تطلع ما ادري كيف.
Okay. So
nominal
just a moment. Okay. So see here, when we calculate the gross domestic product, when we calculate the market value of any product, we use current prices. We use dirham. For example, just very easy example. Yesterday, I purchased 2 kilos of tomatoes and I paid 5 dirhams per kilo. And I purchased 1 loaf of bread. I paid 2 dirhams for a bread. So see here, I use dirhams and I use current prices. I purchased a kilo of tomatoes for 5 dirhams. I purchased a loaf of bread for 2 dirhams. So we use current prices, whatever goods and services. Umar.
Hello, Doctor.
Go ahead.
Okay. Nominal GDP. Gross dynamistic product measured in current dollars.
Okay, so what is a nominal GDP? Q times P, quantity times the price, to calculate nominal GDP. For example, now we are in 2021. Assume we are in the end of 2021. So assume we are producing 2 goods, tomatoes and bread. The price per kilo of tomatoes 5 dirhams, the price per loaf of bread 2 dirhams. We produce 10 kilos of tomatoes and we produce, let's say, 6 loaves of bread. Can you tell me what will be the nominal GDP? So again, I don't know whether you can see this. You can see it. Okay. So tomatoes, the quantity 10 units, the price 5 dirhams. But for bread, the quantity 6, the price 2 dirhams. Tell me, and we produce only this, what will be nominal GDP? So the equation, gross domestic product equals quantity
multiply the price.
well, mashallah, multiply the price, which is 5 dirhams, plus the quantity of the second product, multiply by its price. Could you help me?
62.
62. So this is nominal GDP. Assume we produce only 2 products, tomatoes and a bread. So it's quite easy. There is a problem with nominal GDP. Let's use this simple example. Assume these data for, let's say, 2019. And when we go to 2020, what happened? For the first product, the quantity of tomatoes is the same. The quantity for bread, the quantity of bread is also the same. What is the difference? There is a change in the price. So instead of 5 dirhams, it becomes 7 dirhams. And the price of bread, the current price during 2020 becomes 3 dirhams. Calculate gross domestic product for 2020. For
88.
88?
Yes.
Okay. See here, there is a problem. There is a problem in the system of calculating gross domestic product. So even there is no change in quantities between 2 years, but when we look at gross domestic product, it seems to be a gross domestic product, which is final goods and services. It seems to be increased from 62 to 88. And this is not true. Why? Because there is only an increase in prices. So what I'm going to do, we need to calculate something called real GDP. How to calculate real GDP? I will freeze the prices. I will not allow the prices to change on paper at least. So when I come to 2020, I will not use the prices of 2020. I will multiply the quantities of 2 goods in 2020 by using the prices of 2019 and see whether GDP increased or decreased. So this will give me a good idea about the change in quantities. This is what we are going to do right now. So to calculate real GDP, we need to use something called weight. What is weight with Omar?
The importance attached to an item within a group of items.
Okay, so I'm going to use prices of goods to reflect the importance of each item, of each good. So see here, when I say 5 dirhams per kilo of tomatoes and 2 dirhams per loaf of bread, it seems to be the importance of a kilo, the importance of tomatoes is more than the importance of bread. So just the prices reflects the importance. So for example, let's say a kilo of tomatoes worth 5 dirhams, while a computer worth 1,000 dirhams. So we need the prices to reflect the importance of each product or each item. And what else? I will use a base year. Thank you, Omar. Let's go to Ali Hassan. Ali Hassan, are you with me?
Yes, doctor.
Could you read base year?
The year chosen for the weights in a fixed weight procedure.
Okay, so we are going to use, for example, 2019, the price 19 as a base year. And I will use the prices of 2019 in different years. And what I'm going to use, fixed weight procedure, Alia.
The procedure that uses weights from a given base year.
Okay, so see here, I will use the prices of a base year, such as 2019, to calculate gross domestic product in different years. But I will not allow prices to change. So we need to take an example. So as you assume this is year 1, 2001, year 2, 2002. And I will use year 1 as a base year. So here quantities and here prices. Here quantities and here prices. So number 1, how to calculate a gross domestic product in year 1? As we did before, the quantity times the price of the same year. So 0.5 times 6 equal 3, right? So this is, we have 3 goods. Assume we produce 3 goods. So the quantity times its price, plus the quantity times its price for the second product, plus the quantity times its price for the third product. Find the sum up, you will get nominal GDP in year 1. In the same way, we can calculate nominal GDP in year 2. What we will do? So this is the price and this is the quantity. This is the price and this is the quantity. Let me see for product B. The quantity 4, the price 1 dirham. 4 times 1, it's equal 4. Find the sum up, it is 19.2. This is nominal GDP. So if you compare between 12 to 19, this increase from 12 to 19 includes increase in quantities plus increase in prices. So I need to calculate real GDP in the way I freeze the prices. So see here the question. Calculate real GDP in year 2. Again, calculate real GDP in year 2 using year 1 as a base year. What does it mean? So when I calculate real GDP in year 2, I need quantity and its price. So I will use the prices of year 1 as weight to reflect the importance of each item. And then I will consider the quantities produced in year 2. So P1 times Q2, P1 times Q2. So equal here, P1 times Q2. Find the sum up, it will be 15. So in reality, real GDP increased from 12 to 15, not from 12 to 19. Why? Because this real GDP, there is no change in the prices. We freeze the prices. So here P1, here P1. So there is no change in the prices, just there is a change in quantities from Q1 to Q2. So it's better to calculate real GDP. Do you understand till this moment?